Hi guys, it's your girl Dumebilia. Welcome once again to my channel. Today I have a video for you guys. It's a how to nose contour. So yeah, you know how we all have those body parts that we're not so proud of, that we wish were just a little bit different, yeah? And imagine if it's just right there on your face and you feel like that's the first thing people notice when they meet you. So how about if I tell you that you could alter the shape of your nose without going under the knife? You know, with this amazing little thing called nose contour. Yes. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to do this using makeup. And before I begin, let's just take, this little moment to subscribe to my channel. Done? Yeah, let's begin. So to start, I'm going to be priming my model's face with a primer. Why? Because I need to apply her foundation. Nose contour can only be done after foundation has been applied. Yeah. Kind of like the way we do the highlight and contour after foundation. So right now I'm just applying her foundation all over her face. I'm going to be taking two concealers. This is the LA Girl Pro Conceal. The lighter one is in medium beige and the darker one is in toffee. So the lighter one, of course, is to highlight and the toffee is to contour. So I'm just going to be using the contour shade down the sides of her nose and then just bringing it together. I'm sorry guys, I really did my research. I tried to find like the terminologies for the outer part of the nose and there were so few, so you guys just have to watch and understand what I'm saying. So I'm just going to be using that that contour shade also to cut across the nostril to kind of make the nose look slimmer because it's wide, almost it's wide on her face. So after doing that, now I'm using a small eyeshadow brush. We are using small brushes, specifically an eyeshadow brush, because it's small enough for me to place the shade, to blend out the shade without necessarily spreading it out to parts where I don't need it. So I'm just using tapping motions to blend this contour shade in. There's kind of like an L shape there I created with the concealer to make the bridge of the nose look smaller and to also give the nostrils kind of like a lift. So now using my highlight shade, which is the medium beige of the LA Girl Pro Conceal, I'm just using like drawing a straight line down the bridge of her nose and taking it up into her forehead. Then I'm going to be doing a sort of like reverse contouring by applying the highlight shade by the sides of the bridge of her nose, just right under her eyes. This normally is the point where you should do your highlight and contour, so you could extend it into under the eye if you were to do your normal highlight and contour on the face. So I'm going to be using another eyeshadow brush right now to blend out this highlights. And I mentioned the reason why I'm using an eyeshadow brush as opposed to a beauty blender you see us use when we do our regular highlight and contour. A beauty blender is going to blend out everything, but it's going to get your highlights concealer or your contour concealer past the point where you need it to be. It's going to spread it wide and maybe defeat the whole purpose of the whole thing. So I'm using a small eyeshadow brush for this. So I'm blending out everything with tapping motions. Now I'm going to be using a blending brush. That's actually an eyeshadow blending brush I use for the eyes. This time around I'm using it to blend out to blend the meeting point between where I highlighted and where I contoured, just using tapping motions. It's all about tapping motions, guys. It's really, really easy. Just keep tapping till you find out that there are no more harsh lines between the highlight shade and the contour shade. Just tap, tap, tap. Now I'm going to be using my banana powder, which is a setting powder. I just took some of the powder on my eyeshadow brush, a clean eyeshadow brush. Make sure you don't alternate the eyeshadow brush or use the same eyeshadow brush that already has like a different shade on it. So I'm using the clean eyeshadow brush to now set the areas where I highlighted. You can see the areas I highlighted. You set them using the banana powder. You can see the nose is beginning to look different already. So I'm going back with another blending brush to dust out the excess setting powder. Just carefully dusting it out without spreading it where it doesn't need to be. So now I'm going in with a powder that's a tad bit lighter than her to further blend out the highlights. I'm using this powder now to remove the excess setting powder and also to further set the highlighted areas. Then I'm using a darker powder. I'm sorry guys, I didn't show you guys the shade of that powder, but it's about 1 or 2 shades. It's about 2 shades actually, 2 shades darker than her, and I'm using it to just apply to set the places that I contoured. The bridge of her nose, the right under the tip of her nose to give the nose a lifted pointy look. Then this is the point where you apply your face powder. Of course, if you know you did eye makeup, you don't need to apply your face powder on the eyelid. So I'm just using the face powder to further sculpt out the bridge of the nose. Always ensure that your contour goes from the bridge of the nose upwards and just like blends right under the brows to give it a natural look. So right now, to finish it off, I'm going to be using my Laura Geller palette for the glow, just to highlight the bridge of her nose. Yes, to give it a pointy look, to make it the bridge look slimmer and more accentuated. And this is the final look. Voila! Don't forget to subscribe and to like and give this video a thumbs up. That's what I mean by like. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.